DeltaTrak, a leading provider of IoT and cold chain management solutions, has teamed up with Dapicon, a supply chain technology company, to create FlashTrak Chain of Custody. FlashTrak Chain of Custody covers the entire supply chain from original source, including overseas producers, to the individual retailer or restaurant located in the U.S., allowing you to see all custodians of your product, both domestic and international. We can show additional data points, which gives you the ability to quickly and easily see the data corresponding to each segment and identify where data could be missing. The information about the original source is typically found on a work order or field ticket, such as the reference number, location, commodity, or variety, and most importantly for traceability, the harvest date or lot number. The information between the exporter and importer is typically found on the booking confirmation, which includes vessel, flight, carrier information, and transshipment data, such as estimated time of departures and arrivals, loading and unloading ports, and many critical data points essential to the international shipping process. The domestic information from the supplier importer to the distribution center or distributor comes from the ship notice or invoice, providing key data elements such as invoice number, purchase order number, ship dates, arrival dates, product ID numbers, quantities, batch numbers, carrier information, and many other data points. Additional data points are captured by DeltaTrak's real-time loggers, including in-transit product temperature, date and time stamps, shock, light, and humidity readings, and real-time location so users can follow their shipment every step of the way. The store purchase order, which includes dates, times, quantity, product IDs, and store locations, provides information needed to trace products from the distribution center down to the store. FlashTrak Chain of Custody is a supply chain platform which links environmental and location data to transactional data to provide visibility, data metrics, and insights. This type of information is typically found in multiple and/or disparate systems, making it difficult to gather at one time the information needed for critical decisions. With FlashTrak COC, you can track and trace product from the original source to the individual store and/or restaurant and every point in between. You can track international shipments using various key identifiers. You can maintain cold chain management of your shipments through various sensors. You can locate your shipment, whether on land or on the ocean. You can manage and maintain various governmental compliance documents, such as those required for FSMA 204 or similar requirements in other countries. And you can automate the management and collection of numerous international key shipping documents. All of this can be done on one system and on one platform. Multiple data sets are ingested by our platform and linked together through key references, giving you the visibility and information needed to make better and faster decisions and operate your supply chain more effectively. With these adjoined data sets, you can identify where your product came from and where it went, manage your FSMA 204 compliance documents, receive cold chain excursion alerts in real time, provide estimated times of departure and arrival, perform precision recalls, and many other value-added efficiencies. One of the key advantages of using FlashTrak COC is its versatility. The features, functions, and corresponding standards are applicable to all fresh food sectors, perishable commodities, and even pharmaceuticals. FlashTrak COC can handle data in a variety of formats, including EDI, APIs, CSV files, spreadsheets, and several web forms are currently in development. FlashTrak Chain of Custody receives a wealth of data from various consortium partners, which provides more visibility and information on different segments of the supply chain, and which could have a significant impact on the shipment as it moves from the original source of the product to its final destination, potentially on a different continent. We are continually seeking new data consortium partners who will help shed light on supply chain challenges and create new and better solutions. All of the data is connected and visualized through a single platform. The more data we have, the more valuable the insights and the more visibility for users. We are very customer-centric and realize not all users will have full-time data or software engineers. As such, we are committed to holding your hand through the process every step of the way. Now let's take a look at some of the functionality that makes FlashTrak Chain of Custody an effective supply chain management solution. When first logging into the Chain of Custody, users access a dashboard showing their activity comprised of various transactions flowing in or out of the platform. To expand the navigation bar, simply click on the greater than sign in the top left corner of the screen. You'll notice tabs labeled EDI Partner Features and EDI Assisted Features. EDI, or Electronic Data Interchange, is the technology utilized by our consortium partners for business transactions, typically those between a buyer and a seller. FlashTrak Chain of Custody aggregates this transactional data to provide supply chain visibility and traceability. To access the Chain of Custody, click the Chain of Custody button on the navigation bar. Once on the Chain of Custody criteria page, you have the option of looking for shipments in one of two ways, by product or by booking number. When you click the Product tab, you are presented with a list of products belonging to your company. Choose the desired product by clicking on the G10 number or case number, the UPC or item number, or by selecting the description. For this example, we're going to select the G10 for the 20-count 4-pound navel orange bags. We have the option below of entering a minimum or maximum ship date to minimize and filter the range of returned results. If you have a lot or batch number, you can include that as well. Once you've selected all criteria, click the Display COC Activity button in the lower right-hand corner. The results page will display based on the search criteria you entered. To review the search criteria entered on the previous page, click the caret at the top of the screen and it will show all criteria previously identified. Now let's take a look at the Select Entity section. This provides a list of all the entities that had possession of the product during the selected ship date range. Click the Download button and the COC will generate a report of entities that had possession of the product during the requested time frame. Now let's take a look at the individual entities. In the lower right-hand corner of each entity icon box, you'll see the number of entities that had possession of the product. As an example, let's click the distributor icon to see the 3 distributors who handled the product during the time period. Click a distributor to see the entity details. And if it is the desired selection, click Select the Entity. The selected entity is now highlighted in green, and the results have been narrowed to include all of the previous shipments leading up to the shipment arriving at the distribution center. When you select the middle shipment, showing the pack shed to the distribution center, similar to the first scenario, the shipment is highlighted, the entities above are highlighted, and the results are filtered even further. As the user continues to select shipments, at any time they can click on the shipment map icon located just below the Select Entity section to see the actual shipment route. This map shows the path of the shipment based on the selections made on the previous screen. The more selections you make, the more data points you will see on the map. Next, we're going to move to the individual sources. Once you select the individual source, as was the case with the other entities, it is highlighted in green. The Chain of Custody then narrows the results down to one final booking number. When you click the booking number, you see the complete booking information. At this point, you've selected every domestic shipment, all the way from the pack shed down to the individual store or restaurant. You've also connected it and selected a booking number, which gives you the international information. When you scroll down, you'll see the results of all of the individual shipments. You can also download this information into a CSV or Excel spreadsheet that you can further manipulate. You can work backwards as well, meaning you don't have to start at the store, then to the importer, then internationally to the exporter and on to the original grower. You can actually start at the booking confirmation. If you scroll down and select the booking number, the Chain of Custody will automatically show the booking information in blue. You can then work your way backwards. Start with the grower on the domestic side, then to the shed, then to the distribution center, then the distribution center back to the store, and it will give you the same information below. If you see a shipment that is outlined in red, or a link at the bottom of the shipment page that reads Shipment in Alarm, this is an indication that there is a cold chain excursion. To see the details of the excursion, you can either click on the red outlined box or click on the link. Here you can see the details of the excursion, including a summary of the shipment, a summary of the alarm, a link to DeltaTrak's website where you can see additional details about the excursion, and a dynamic chart which plots the sensor readings from the logger. As you scroll down, you'll see a map that plots the trail of the shipment and the actual raw data points from the logger. If there is additional cold chain information you wish to see, scroll back up to the link and click on it to be taken to the DeltaTrak website. Once on the FlashTrak website, you can navigate your way to additional data you wish to see for that particular shipment or other shipments, provided you have the necessary permissions. You can then return to the chain of custody by clicking on the button at the top of the screen. You are then taken directly to the details of the purchase order. From there, you can go back to the dashboard to start over or make a different selection. Our data analytics platform gives us the ability to create reports and perform analysis of the sensor data coming from our loggers. We're able to synthesize this data into actionable reports and metrics needed to proactively manage your cold chain. Some examples include the number of shipments to and from the location, ship duration, average and maximum temperatures, number of excursions, percentage of excursions, dwell time, carrier scorecards, and many other criteria. The following are sample dashboards that were created for various partners. This dashboard in particular contains information on shipments from specific shippers to specific distribution centers. It allows users to see information such as how many shipments were in alert state and how many were not. It also allows users to see when a shipment terminated. This particular dashboard primarily focuses on dwell time to help measure the amount of time the product remained on the truck after arriving at its destination before being unloaded. This next dashboard provides visibility on shipments between a specific supplier and receiver, along with the average trip length, average maximum temperature, and average minimum temperature. The final example shows the number of shipments between a shipper and a receiver's distribution centers, as well as the health of those shipments and the paths the shipments took to get to the final destinations. Our document management feature is an integration from one of our consortium partners, Morpheus Network. With this tool, a user can manage, store, and control the acquisition of key documents. This could include key shipping documents used in the international shipping process, such as those necessary to speed up customs processing. Documents needed for FSMA 204 compliance and other governmental regulations can also be managed here. The workflow process that is contained within this feature is administered and created by the user. The user determines which documents are needed, when they are required, and who is responsible for obtaining them. Based on the workflow created, the feature provides alerts and notifications to the responsible party and the administrator to make sure documents are obtained at the appropriate times. Finally, the feature allows for a supervisor role if needed to approve and/or share certain documents. To access the document management tool, click on the document management icon located at the bottom of the navigation bar. The red indicator above the icon tells us there are 4 documents that require attention. The document status column indicates 4 documents are being requested. The document name shown to the left of the document status gives the user an idea of what is being requested. To take further action on the requested document, click Document Management Portal located in the upper right-hand corner of the screen to be transferred to the Documents List page. Here, users can approve, reject, or upload documents. Users can also view each document by clicking the appropriate link in the document column. Let's take a look at the shipping booking. The user has the ability to print or download this document at any time. The person responsible for obtaining and uploading the document will receive an email notification soon, like the one shown here, to remind them that this task is still outstanding. When the user clicks the link shown in the email, they are brought to this page where they can upload the appropriate document. The document status will be automatically updated. To simplify the document upload process, we offer several options, including Application Programming Interface, or API, EDI, CSV files, Excel spreadsheets, and online template forms. In summary, FlashTrak COC helps users to look into their supply chain to answer questions such as, where is my shipment? When will it arrive? Who had possession of the product and when? FlashTrak COC helps users track and trace products up and down the supply chain from the original source to the individual store or restaurant. COC helps users determine whether the cold chain was maintained while in transit by sending notifications when there are temperature excursions. It also helps identify patterns that could delay the delivery or unloading of a shipment or negatively impact the shelf life of the product. Chain of custody helps users manage the myriad of documents required to export or import products by sending document requests to responsible parties. Lastly, users can benefit from the document management solution and/or COC reports to help comply with FSMA 204 and other similar regulations. FlashTrak Chain of Custody, your solution for complete supply chain visibility and transparency.